Hi everybody, it's me again for another video. I'm making lotion for a client that I have to deliver tomorrow. So I thought I'd record this. It's not really a tutorial so much, as I'm not going to be giving my lotion recipe out, but basically it's a general idea of how to do lotions. Um, a general basic kind of rundown of how to do lotions. So I wanted to announce that I was at a soap makers club here with the this Canada's Soap Company or Soap Boss here on YouTube, and we made soap. And this is mine. This is it here. So I got to meet her today, and I'll probably be back next Tuesday to do. I think she said she's going to do soap cupcakes. So I'll be out there next Tuesday for that. And then whatever Tuesdays I can come, just based on my work schedule. So anyways, soap is made, or soap, lotion is made in two phases. You have your oil phase, which I have measured out, and you have your water phase, which I have measured out. I also use a preservative, which you probably won't be able to see. There's a tiny little bit of preservative in here. You don't need much, but I do use a preservative because you're adding oil and water together. And I do add some additives like dimethicone and cyclomethicone to kind of add with decreasing the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for, like the oiliness of the lotion on your skin, and to absorb it better into the skin. That's why I use those. And then I have my fragrance oils here. And then, oh, I forgot to take that back downstairs. That's my preservative there. And then I clean all my utensils with rubbing alcohol before I use it. The other thing to note that you do need an emulsifying wax, and I use stearic acid to thicken my lotion up more, because my lotion, if you guys ever purchased it before, is very, very thick. Ordinarily, I have aloe vera gel or liquid in my lotion, but unfortunately I don't have any right now, so it's going to be all water today. So you can, what I do is I add my water to my oils versus my oils to the water, because I do like that really. I like not necessarily greasy feel, but I like that more oilier, more moisturizing feel over the watery kind of feel that you get with some lotions. So that's why I add it that direction. Alright, so I've melted my oils, my water is hot and been boiled, and they've cooled down a little bit, and I'm just pouring it right in. And I don't know if you can see, almost immediately it's turning into that white color. I'm just making a small batch because I'm making 2 bottles, or 2 8-ounce bottles. I make about, instead of making 16 ounces for the 2 8-ounce bottles, I actually make 20 ounces, and whatever extra I just kind of keep for myself. So this is going to get loud. You're going to use your stick blender, and you just want to be careful. Alright, so here we go. It's going to get loud. Turn down your volume. Now, because this is a lot lighter than soap, it does splash more. And because I'm working with this warm or hot, you got to be careful, okay? It's splashing quite a bit, guys. So I was trying to avoid. So basically you would just keep blending this until it cools and thickens. But as you can see, it gets quite white quite quick. And I've decided, because I was coloring my lotions, but I think I'm not going to be coloring them anymore, because I notice with certain colors they are bleeding, so I'm not going to be using that anymore. Alright, so you would just keep blending this. What I'm going to do to kind of speed up my process is I'm just going to stick this into the fridge for a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to be scenting this in Angelica and also Daisy Blossoms. So what you guys would want to do is come up with a ratio for your lotions. I think I started with my base recipe from, I think it was from the forum Soaps and Lotions, is where I kind of got a base idea, and then I kind of played around with the ratios until I got what I liked, and just kept playing around with it. I still think I could do some improvement with it because I think it's now too thick. I want to actually go back and add more water to it. It's just going to be what balance. Tonight I did add a tiny bit more water than what I normally do. But we'll see what the end results will be with this one. So I'm going to pause the video here while I wait for that to cool down a little bit, and then we'll do the next step, which will be just scenting it and adding the other additives and the preservative. Okay, I'll be back. Hi everyone, I'm back. So I put it into the freezer for a little bit. I'm just going to cool down a bit, starting to harden on the edges. I'm just going to blend it some more. It's really late, guys. I'm sorry I'm not speaking a lot, but it's late and I'm about ready to go to bed, but I've got to get this done, especially since I got to work on the labels for it tonight, and since it's a new computer, I don't have my template anymore for the labels. I don't know if you could see that, but it's starting to get a little thick. I think I know what I'm going to do. Aha. That will prevent it from splashing everywhere. Okay, I'm going to let this cool down a little bit more. But before I do that, I'm going to add my dimethicone and my cyclomethicone. Yeah, I'm making too much of a mess for my liking. People's so I think this is cool enough now because I'm going by feel. It's quite cool. I'm going to add my preservative, and the reason why I add it cool is because you're supposed to. This has a range in which this is effective. If you put it in when your lotion is too hot, it's gonna break it down, and it's not gonna do what its job is, and that's to preserve. So make sure you follow the directions of your preservative, what they recommend, and the usage amount, okay? Because there's different preservatives out there. So this is starting to thicken up. I don't know if you guys can see. Probably not. Sorry for the darkness, but it's nighttime, like I said, and so I don't have any light to offer you. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can get a better example in a moment. Oops. Do you see how thick that is, guys? Right there. This is hard to do in the camera, but there's a glob of it on the spatula there. This doesn't help that my spatula is the same color as the soap, why do I keep saying soap? As the lotion. Alright, so what I'm going to do is weigh out for my fragrances here. So you don't need very much fragrance. I'm doing 0.25 ounces. Actually, that's too much. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to measure out, I'm going to do about 8.5 ounces. Actually, I'm going to do 9. Okay, so I'm going to blend in my fragrance oils for this. This is a very perfumey scent. It's nice. Angelica, but I'm calling it Angel Wings is my name for it. And as this cools down, it will get thicker. The more it cools down. Oh no, strand of hair, not good. So that's essentially making some lotion. So it's an oil and water emulsification, but you do need an emulsifier for it. And that's it, really. You need a preservative, your fragrance. That's it. I use a funnel to pour. Just going to measure to make sure. Probably see the chunks going in. Oops. Guys, you didn't tell me I was overfilling. Okay, so this is filled right to the brim. And I do have a little bit left over, which what I usually do is put in a bottle for myself. And then I just end up with a mix mash of fragrances. It was so funny. One day I was at work and I had my mix mash of fragrances in my scrub pocket, and I used it. And everyone was like, oh my God, that smells so good. What is it? And I'm like, I can't tell you. They're like, why not? And I'm like, it's my fragrance that I have so many different things mixed in there. It doesn't even make sense. So if you can see, guys, how thick it's gotten. And as it cools, it'll start to get a little bit thicker, but not too much more. And that's my lotion. This is a nice perfumey scent. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to quickly do my other one before it gets too thick to pour. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video, which will be a tutorial, a very basic tutorial. So you're going to need to get your lye together, some olive oil, vitamin E, and jojoba oil. And we're going to make a beautiful olive oil soap. Bye, guys.